What's up, people? So I was talking to somebody today, and they were stressed out. If you don't know, I'm a massage therapist, and I talk to a lot of stressed out people on a daily basis. And she was asking me how to, you know, be ready for the next day, so she don't look tired, so she's not stressed out, stuck in her head. And it's a full cycle of life, right? You gotta eat right. You gotta make sure your mind, body, and spirit is healthy. Or you just have to make sure that your mind and body matches up with your spirit, because your spirit is the spirit of God. Yes, some people may not know it or fail to acknowledge it, but it is. And your spirit that is on the inside of you is already healthy, is already at peace, already has unconditional love, is free of judgment. You just have to get your body to align with that. And the first thing you do is you have to know it. You have to know that. You have to think it. You have to know that the spirit of God is on the inside of you. You're never going to know it if you're haven't come to that spiritual awakening yet. You're never going to know it if you aren't reading the Bible. You're never going to know it if you're just staying distracted on social media, or you're staying distracted at work, or you're just staying distracted with your kids. You're never going to know that you're already whole if all you're doing is like working for money. You're working to get to the next status. You're working to get to the next step. The best way to find out that you are already whole, you are already at peace, you are already at unconditional love, is you gotta you gotta be still. In a world that is busy, 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 everybody's busy all the time. You gotta take time for yourself to just be still. And being still allows God, the Spirit of God, to speak to you, or it allows you to hear the Spirit of God when He speaks to you. When you're busy, you can't focus on hearing. So you gotta find somewhere silent, away from all distractions. That's why I like, you just gotta get out in nature sometimes and just go for a walk. Sometimes you gotta hike up a mountain. Sometimes you gotta go through a park stroll solo, without music. And if you do have on music, put on like some good, calm, chill music. Music is good. It actually invokes the Spirit of God to speak. Classical music is really good. It helps me a lot. Um, if you That's a good way to do it. If you go out and take a stroll out in the park or go up a mountain somewhere and you put on some classical music, you will begin to hear the Spirit of God talk to you. And then that way you can know that truth is already on the inside of you, unconditional love is already in you, and peace is already in you. The best way to battle stress sometimes is to do nothing. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Yes, when you wait and be patient, then your strength is renewed. When you're stressed out, you're weak. You're not strong when you're stressed. So, just that's the best way to handle stress. And also, like, you gotta eat what God has put on this earth for us to eat. You gotta stop eating all this processed foods. You gotta stop eating so much sugar. You gotta eat the stuff that grows straight from the ground. If you eat animals, you gotta eat the organic animals. You know, if you you gotta eat the berries, the fruits, the vegetables. I love fruits. I'm not a vegetable person, but I do eat vegetables. But I'm not that big of a vegetable person. But I love fruits, kiwis, strawberries, bananas, blueberries. Yep. And I always just feel lighter, especially if I eat them in the morning. I always feel lighter. So eating the stuff that God has put on this earth for you to eat is vital. It helps clears out your body so that the Spirit of God can flow through you more. Yes. So eat healthy, stroll solo in parks. Listen to some good instrumental music, classical music, piano, violin, cello. They're all good. And find which one works for you. But that's what you got to do if you want this mindset of peace, so you don't be stressed out throughout the days. And also, sometimes you just got to take a lot off your plate. Some of us put way too much on our plate. Like, we got work, we got kids, we got volunteer activities, we got church, we got hanging out with friends. We just got way too much on our plate, and we try to do it all. You got to take time for yourself. And those nature walks when you're strolling solo is for yourself. Those bubble baths when nobody's at home and you got the music playing, that's for yourself. You need time for yourself. Even if you're an extrovert. If you're an extrovert, you still need time for yourself. I'm like part introvert, so I gain a whole lot of energy from being solo. But if you're an extrovert, you still need to be solo every now and then to recharge so you can hear God. So those are my tips on how to relieve stress. So hopefully there might be more that might come up. That might be for another video. But if you made it this far, thanks for listening. All right. See you.